If you haven't learned by now that I am the queen of dumbass decisions, then I don't think you're paying attention. What's up, friends and neighbors? It's your girl Penny here, and I'm back with a dumbass story, like a really dumbass story. This one takes the cake, probably one of the dumbest things I've ever done. So, in this story, we're talking about the time that my sister and I drove to New York City with no insurance, no driver's license, and no money. This was not my idea. I just want to say that. Did I agree to it? Yes. But did I come up with it? No. So, my sister and I were talking one day, and this was when I first came back from LA. Like, not first, this was like maybe like 3 or 4 months when I came back from LA. So, if you haven't heard those stories about how I moved to LA with no money and no plan, this is like a pattern, then you should go check those out. I will put the link below so you can get like all caught up and filled in on the life of Penny. This was when I came back, and when I came back, I literally had like PTSD. Like, I was so traumatized after experiencing being homeless and just like the worst heartbreak ever. I was in such a dark place, and Pennsylvania just was not cutting it. Like, there was nothing to do. I wanted to like be able to go outside and forget about my problems, like, was pretty much the thing. So actually I almost moved to New York before this story, and so fucking glad that I didn't. I am literally so glad. So my sister and I, we are sitting talking one day, and she's like always wanted to move to New York. Like, my sister has always wanted to move to New York. I only wanted to move to New York in case my sister was scared, and I wanted to be like that source of comfort for her. So that was truly my only reason for wanting to move to New York. No other desire. So she's like, let's go to New York. Like, let's just go. I'm like, okay. We pick a day and we decide we're gonna go. Now, let me tell you everything wrong. Other than the fact that everything is wrong, it's the middle of the fucking winter, okay? And we didn't book a hotel room. We don't have money for a hotel room. I was like 20 at the time too, so I don't even think I can get a hotel room in New York because I'm only 20. So we were going to be sleeping in the car, obviously, and my sister had a 2004 Chevy Aveo, which really was not, like, it should have never went on a drive to New York City. Like, it barely made it around our little city, and it was not great on gas, and we just found out she didn't have insurance. Like, it was just, like, dumb. Like, the whole thing was dumb. So we pack up the car, literally, like, we're moving to New York, because we were like, okay, if we get here and, like, we feel like we should stay, like, we're gonna stay. And if not, then we're just gonna drive home. So we're just gonna take all our shit just in case. What is up, you guys? It's your girl Penny here. Got all my stuff in the back seat. My sister and I are heading to New York today, so I'm pretty excited to go to New York. What about you?
And we're off.
And we're off.
And we're off!
Yeah, we pack up the car and we start driving. So when we're like getting ready to be out of our area, I'm like, I can't believe we're driving to New York right now. And she's like, I know, me either. Should we turn around? I'm like, nah, let's just keep driving. Like, let's just keep driving.
Close your eyes for a minute. Close your eyes for a second. I won't change my mind. What is getting deep now? What is getting deep now? Follow me around, yeah. Can you let me down? Please don't let me down. Yeah. Baby, let me down.
So we're driving, whatever. Things are fine. Like, we are pretty hyped. We're like, we're going to New York right now. Like, what the fuck? We're going to New York. So, like, we're taking turns driving. It's my turn to drive. We're like 3 hours into this 6-hour drive.
Hello, everyone. So we have been driving for 3 hours. I did my job. My job driver's seat.
And I start having a panic attack while I am driving. So something you should know about me, I hate driving. I will if I have to, but I do not like it. So I'm literally having a panic attack, and this is not like me. Usually my sister is the one who's scared, and I'm the one who is like, dude, you need to loosen up. Like, yes, we're getting ready to die, but you should like be thankful for this experience and the fact that we're gonna die together. Like, literally, that's me, okay? And that wasn't me. I was terrified to go back into the city after experiencing LA. Traumatizing ass LA. Like, that's such a dark place, okay? And I was scared. I was like, there are gonna be a lot of people here. Like, I don't know. Like, should we just turn around? But, like, we had already come so far. So it was like, there's no turning around now. Like, absolutely not. So we continue to drive. My sister's like, do you want me to drive? Like, you're seriously tripping. I'm like, please, can you drive? So she drives. And we get into New York City. Bruh. We didn't account for tolls and stuff like that. Why? I don't know, but we didn't. So we pull up at this fucking toll, okay? Okay, funny, the car was in my dad's name, okay? So payback to my dad. The car is in my dad's name, and we were like, okay, at this toll, I'm like, listen, Lauren, you just gotta drive through. And she's like, what? I'm like, drive through the toll. And she's like, what are you talking about? I'm sure we can scrape together some change. I'm like, listen, these are not the little Pennsylvania tolls that are $1.25. Like, these shits are like $13. I don't know how much they actually were, but they were expensive. I'm like, you need to drive. And I'm coaching her to just hit the fucking gas. And she's literally like, I don't know. I'm like, drive! Drive, bitch! I said drive, bitch! So she drives through the toll. And I just remember looking at the woman in the toll booth, just like shaking her head. I'm like, you gotta drive. So then our dumbasses took the wrong way. So we gotta turn around and go back through the toll. And so we're going through the toll. I'm like, listen, Lauren, we've been here before. You just gotta drive. So she drives through the toll at this point. She's a pro. And driving some more, and I'm like, Lauren, I'm scared. And again, that is not me. And she's like, it's gonna be fine. Like, we had completely switched roles. Like, she's like, it's gonna be fine. We're gonna be fine. Just relax. I'm like, okay. So what I forgot to tell you guys was that we, like, did not have enough money for gas. So I was like, listen, you have to leave $1 on your card so that we can charge it at the gas station and we'll deal with the overdraft fees later. And she's like, I feel like a criminal. I'm like, listen, sometimes you're going to do what you got to do. So we were doing that, like, oh God, like the last gas station we had to stop at, we did that. We like had $1 on her card, and then she wouldn't fill up the tank, which was pissing me off. I'm like, bruh, fill up the tank. We are in New York, but her paycheck was coming like in the morning. That was literally like $5. So she was like not with that plan because they would take her whole paycheck, which was smart. So I don't blame her. Anyway, so we get into New York, like right into Times Square, and my sister's driving. She's a horrible driver, by the way. I'm a much better driver, but again, anxiety. So I am literally panicking in the front seat. Like, it is fucking packed. I've been to New York, but I've never been to Times Square. So when we got into Times Square, there are people everywhere. There are cars everywhere. There are police everywhere. And I am going bananas. Like, I'm like, Lauren, this is too much. We shouldn't have done this. Like, what were we thinking? Like, literally, I'm having a full-blown anxiety attack. And she's like, you need to relax, okay? Like, we need to find somewhere to park, blah, blah, blah. So we pull up in this like parking garage, and they are talking some crazy ass prices to be there for like an hour. So I was like, reverse.
Bag up, Terry. Put in reverse, Terry. Put in reverse.
Like, too much. So then we drive around some more, and then we find a free parking spot, like just on the sidewalk, just literally one spot, and it was the exact size of my sister's car. So we're like, bet, we're gonna park right here, and we're gonna go like walk around. It's fucking freezing outside. It's literally freezing. We have our winter coat, so we're like, we're good. So we're walking around Times Square, and it's fine at first. And then we get like right into the center of Times Square, you know, like we parked on the side, and then like we walked over to like where all the shit goes on, and there were so many people. And I was like, Lauren, I cannot do this. And she's like, relax. And I am trying to relax, okay? I'm trying. But the only thing that is going through my mind is the fact that I'm about to sleep in a car. I just got over being homeless. It's the winter time. I'm in New York City. I literally don't know what's about to happen to me. And I can only imagine the things that could happen, because like LA was bad, but I'm sure New York is 10 times worse. Another issue with me, I always think when it's too fucking late. Like, I already made the decision, I'm here. So we find like these guys who were like performing something. I don't know. I'll throw a clip in here of what they were doing because I don't exactly remember.
All right, now listen up. I have one more question for you.
It's a simple answer, yes or no.
Do you like black guys? Hey guys! Stop!
She said yes.
This is a family show.
That's how families get started.
All right.
But anyways, my sister was loving it. And so I'm like, I want to try to have a good time. So like I'm walking around, like I need to leave New York, like right the fuck now. And so I go over to my sister and I'm like, dude, I want to leave. And she's like, we just got here. And I'm like, Lauren, it's too much. Like, it's too much. There's a lot going on. She's like, calm down. So there was a TV show being filmed like right there. So I went over there to watch that because, you know, I'm really into film and stuff. So I was like, okay, this will calm me down. Like, it calmed me down for a while. And then my sister came over and was like, so what do you want to do? And then immediately sadness just hit me. So we're walking around and I'm literally bawling my eyes out. And my sister is like, why the fuck are you crying? And I'm like, she doesn't cuss. She didn't say fuck. She said something else. But I said, why the fuck are you crying? And I'm like, I don't know. Like, I got over being homeless. And like, I just start crying about the entire LA trip. And she's like, you're not there anymore. Like, you're here with me. We're okay. Like, God is with us. It's gonna be fine. And I'm like, Lauren, like, no, like, you don't understand. All I can think about is like, I can only put myself back into survival mode and like waterworks, okay? Like fucking waterworks. And I'm on my period. Oh, I'm on my period. I forgot to tell you guys that. So I'm on my period and I need to change my tampon. She's like, you gotta do it right here. I'm like, what? So literally I have to change my tampon like in the car, which wasn't bad except for like I didn't have anywhere to throw it except for in the car because I didn't want to litter. So I literally had like a plastic bag full of tampons, like bloody tampons, and I had to pee on like, you know, like outside of the car door. It was fucking ridiculous. Okay, we had blankets, but it was still cold. So I cried myself to sleep and I told my sister I'd like to leave, and she was like, no. Like, she was not trying to leave. She was completely for having the New York experience, and I was like, I want to leave. And so I cried myself to sleep. And my sister just like was very comforting during that time. I'm really glad I wasn't alone. So like I kept waking up because I was like, what if someone like mugs us? Like, mugs you for what? Your fucking plastic bag full of dirty tampons? Like, is that what they're going to take from you? Like, I don't know. I was scared, okay? I was in New York. And my sister is just like knocked out. Like, literally, this is not phasing her. And this is usually me. And so I'm just like, why is she not tripping right now? Like, I don't understand. And I'm over here like, God, I'm so sorry that I'm so stupid. And thank you for getting me out of being homeless and out of this city. And like, you know, I'm just like thanking God at this point that I'm even like still alive. And I go back to sleep and my sister wakes me up and she's like, okay, I got my paycheck and we can go now. So we decide to drive home. We were there for like maybe 5 hours. Like, it was still dark out when we left. And so we start driving home. And I'm so relieved that we're driving home, except for her paycheck is like $4. We're almost out of gas. Gas in New York is dumb expensive. So we're like, we just have to keep driving till we get somewhere where prices are a little bit lower. So we end up finding a gas station, and we're literally like every like I don't even know how many miles, like we're stopping and putting like $3 in the tank.
We are at yet another gas station.
And it's just so stupid. But my sister was like, no, like, we're not filling in the tank. Like, we're not. I'm like, whatever. So we're stopping every couple miles to get gas, and it's my turn to drive now. And I'm okay now because I'm going home and I'm out of New York, like out of that busy place. So like I'm completely okay now. So we're driving. We get to Hagerstown, Maryland, which is like a few hours from where we live in Pennsylvania. And we get to a standstill. This is what is going on right now. Oh. It's fucking madness. Thank God we just had went and put like $2 in the tank before this. We get to a standstill and the police are there. And they are searching like all the trucks, the big trucks that I am convinced they transport drugs through. Not trying to stomp on anybody's hustle, but I'm just saying, like, there were so many of them. And me and my sister kept saying that, like, why are there so many of these trucks? Like, where are they going? What do they have to deliver? And my sister was like, I bet they're selling drugs. I was like, right? And then we run into this scene where they're searching literally all of the trucks, like all of them. So traffic is stopped. Police are there walking around. We don't have a license. We don't have insurance. We should not fucking be here. And my sister is sleeping, like completely fine. So I'm just sitting there like, God, you know we're hella illegal. I'm looking at ways to turn around because people are like driving through the grass to turn around. But like if I go the other way, it's going to take a little longer. So I'm like, I'm going to be patient. I'm going to take a nap. I'm, you know, blah, blah, blah. So I literally take a nap in the driver's seat, like while this whole thing is going on. Like it was literally like a 30-minute nap and we did not move. So eventually we moved like an inch and I was like, fuck this. Let's turn around. Let's go the other way. So we got away from that scot-free. The police did not manage to reach us, thank God. And so we drive back home. After that, I shaved my head, first of all. I went bald after this New York trip, which was my first vlog, which was the start of this YouTube channel, which got me over being homeless in LA, which got me over the entire LA experience. Like, the New York trip was truly, like, rejuvenating for my soul, although I had a horrible time and I literally cried the whole fucking time. It helped me to get over LA and to like understand that I have to get up and I have to keep going. So it really worked out in my favor, actually, and it turned out to be a super huge blessing, but nonetheless it was still so dumb. And hopefully I don't do something like that again, but I wouldn't put it past me, okay? At all, like, not even a little bit. And yeah, that is the time my sister and I drove to New York with no money, no insurance, no driver's license, and we survived. Haha. That's it for me, your girl Penny. I'm out, y'all. Bye!